So I landed in Zurich in the train, and my hostel was very far, so I had to catch another train, walk 2 miles in the dark because it was midnight. Yeah, what a hectic ride. Oh, and Switzerland's mascot is a bear, so bear with my puns. I got into my room and my roommates weren't so nice. I headed into my new adventures right in the morning. It was super early, and Zurich is kind of weird because shops open at 10 a.m. and they close at 4 p.m. This is the FIFA World Museum. My train ride was €4, which is almost $16 with the youth pass. Talk about expensive. These are some of the city lights. I went during Thanksgiving, and there's Santa Claus. And people were decorating for the city during Christmas. Selfie time. So I went around the streets. Switzerland, like I mentioned, is a very, very lazy city. Sorry, country. Zurich included. So shops open very late. It depends on when they want to open. And they really don't care about people, whether they want to buy, not buy. They don't give a damn. But they were super, super nice people. Like compared to the French people or the Parisians, these guys were super nice. Right above, you can see the Lake Zurich. There are lots of watch shops, Swiss watches, and all that stuff. These are some of the very famous Zurich landmarks. Those are the cathedrals, the Minster, and the Minister, something like that. I forgot how to spell. As you can see, all the slopes in Zurich are like the German slopes, so the architecture is very, very German because it's pretty closely influenced with the German culture. People are always on time, and there's a lovely swan. Even those guys were sleeping because they got in sync with the Switzerland time. Again, selfie time. This time I asked a stranger to take my picture. They did a moderately nice job. Posing around the lake view. Oh, did I mention you could actually drink the lake water? Yeah, more about that later in the video. But yeah, you can totally drink that. So I headed to the downtown of Zurich, near the church. This is the old town where it was built way back in the 1800s, and you can still see the relics and people walking by. Obviously, everyone was sleeping. It was 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, 8:20 as per the time. But still, you don't see any school buses or any children walking by. How lucky are they? So I went across to one side. This is the Minister. It's right now 8:15 and it's deserted. Anyways, that didn't stop me from taking a lot of pictures. Smile. So I went around, looked around, took a lot of pictures, saw those narrow, narrow streets, and yeah, I went inside and there was nothing going on. Yeah, totally empty. Even the priest wasn't there inside. These were the Christmas decorations that the city was planning, because even though it's Thanksgiving in US, it is still almost Christmas. So, planning. So these are all the fountains in Zurich where you can totally grab a water bottle, fill the water, and drink it. It is super cold, super nice, and it's so, so damn tasty. Yeah, I fill like 1 liter of water and it's free. That's the only thing free you can get. Look at all these expensive shops. The most cheapest item you can get is probably €100. That's about $300 or $400. Up, and above. This kind of looks like Nocturne Alley from Harry Potter. Any Harry Potter fans right here? No, guess just me. Yeah, these are some of the cool fountains that I mentioned before. They look really nice. Those are the city halls. Again, deserted. Nobody was there. This is another fountain. And I'm blowing like cold, cold, cold air. So this is another old street. Again, with old streets, you have handicapped edition as well, where people can either use the inclined plane as well as staircase. Talk about being advanced. The German architecture again. All the city lights, again, very deserted. Even though it's morning, you don't see much people walking around for office or for work. I mean, like literally, you can just dance here, nobody would give a damn. These are some of the locks inspired by Paris Lovelock Bridge. I mean, I visited so many bridges and literally all the bridges had locks on it. Like, come on, guys, get original. Don't do parody versions. But, anyways, unlike the original lock bridge that I went to in Paris, which I showed in the earlier videos, I didn't tie a lock here because it's a lake, not a river. This is the Zurich railway station. So all the Switzerland cities have been planned in a way where you have the station, and next to the station is the main downtown, and that's it. I mean, it takes like an hour or 2 hours to visit the city, and you can catch a train to the next city. So people live all across Switzerland to go to work. Zurich is also a tech industry for Europe. There are a lot of companies with lots of tech stuff like Google, Facebook. They all have their offices here. I'm posing around with the trains. I got the youth pass. I booked a 4-day youth pass, and these are the trains, so I can board as many unlimited trains. I can visit as many museums, as many national parks for free. Actually, it wasn't free. It was around $300, but you know what? I was running out of options, and this is all I could get. I am bored. But I still have time to catch a selfie. All aboard! We are now heading to Lucerne. Lucerne, unlike the milk that you get in Walmart or Target, it's a place in Switzerland where this is this Zurich and Lucerne countryside. Yeah, it wasn't that great. I mean, it was very misty and all that stuff. And now we are headed to Lucerne Bahnhof. Bahnhof in German means station. So, yep, I was just looking around. The rivers and lakes were very nice. And here is a big Lindt teddy bear. I didn't buy any Lindt chocolates because you get that here as well, so it wasn't that great. But they did have a lot of more flavors. Ladurich is another Swiss chocolate, and it's very expensive. Like one chocolate is €5. Talk about expensive. Like everything was expensive out here, guys. Nothing was cheap. So this is Lucerne. Oh my god, I really need to ditch that French beret. Lucerne countryside, Lucerne station. So Lucerne, unlike Zurich, is laid out pretty much the same way. You have the lake and everything close to the downtown. So I headed out to each quarter. I headed out to first the Chapelle Bridge. The Chapelle Bridge is one of the oldest wooden bridges right across the Lucerne River or Lake Lucerne, and each each century actually, the people came here. They wrote stories about how they built the bridge and what tradition they bring along. It was in in Latin. I couldn't really understand. There was no English transcriptions or translations, so that's all I could get, and I just pretty much took photos. It wasn't very rickety dickety, it was concrete, and since I went in fall, there was no leaves or any flowers. If you go around summer or spring, you have flowers blooming, and they decorate it very beautifully. And yeah, so these are some of the trees. Obviously, you don't see any trees, they're all dry branches. So here I am posing around the city. Some more selfie narcissistic shots. Again, you can grab as much as you want over here. The water bottles are for free here, and you can just grab some water, drink from the lake, straight out of the lake, whatever. They are super fresh, super natural, and they taste really good. So these are some of the shots from the countryside. Well, actually the city. So yeah, some more shots. They were like I'm running out of words to say. This was a very weird statue. It like kind of creeped me out. So I went to the downtown. I wanted to shop and see what more things can I buy and splurge. But like I said, I didn't buy much from Switzerland because they were very expensive. So I just roamed around the city. I went around 11 o'clock, so slowly and steadily the shops opened. I mean, talk about talk about being lazy, am I right? So, alright, this is the Lion Museum of Lucerne. It's crying because it's super sad, and looking at it, I am sad. It's actually built around World War One and World War Two duration because of in solitude of all the people who died during that time. Even though Switzerland didn't participate in World War One, there were a lot of soldiers who did die and gave their life for the war. So basically, it's a very quiet zone, and people who come here just respect the fallen. And yeah, it was very wrong of me to smile, but I'm smiling about something else. There is a sad picture of me over here. Anyways, heading down to the souvenir shop, here is a cow, and here is a nice smurf holding the Switzerland flag. All right, so I went down to this really small shop. Look at all those wires and connections. Okay, I went to the shop to buy cuckoo clock. Cuckoo clock is a German thing, a German traditions. They're obsessed with clocks, and I wanted to buy all of them because I love clocks. But I ended up buying this one. It was 29 francs. Yeah, and it was super expensive. Anyways, I am heading down to another town. Guess what? Well, that's for another video. Alright, since you watched it, please subscribe and like this video if you liked it. Bye!